DJ, I read that you're Catholic, so obviously you grew up knowing this story, but this also feels fresh and presented in a new way. How is it finding your way into this familiar story, but presenting it in a way that both religious and non-religious viewers could really get invested in Mary's journey and enjoy it?
Well, that yeah, obviously I have a Catholic background, so I'm very familiar with Mary, and she represents something to me that's very vital and important. But most importantly, it's really the character and this young woman. And I thought if I can get the audience immersed in her story, because I've seen so many Mary movies or movies that have Mary that are sort of far removed. It's sort of the Christmas card painting that we all think we all know. And I wanted to like jump into the story and really tell a story of a young woman who had courage, who had hope, who also had apprehensions and had fears. So in telling that story, it's really the character of Mary that was speaking to me as a filmmaker, really driving all the decisions and how we make it. And also knowing that no matter what you do, there's going to be someone who's going to nitpick this because it's the Bible, it's a story they know. But if you tell a story for the right reasons and you're really celebrating who she is and celebrating her courage and what she did, then the movie's for everybody. And if you don't have a religious background, you're not really faithful. It doesn't really matter because you have this incredible mythological story of a woman, a young woman who was chosen to do something, accepts that she's going to do this, and all the forces are going to try to stop her to take it. And also the geopolitical aspects of the world. And so there's a really lot of movie in there for people of faith and for people who aren't as faithful to see like, wow, this is an incredible young woman.
Yeah, that's a wonderful mindset. And Noah, I think DJ just mentioned so many human traits that Mary have that you grappled with in your performance. But there's just a enormous weight when you're playing Mary, the mother of Jesus. So how was it kind of finding your way into that role? Because there's so much history and spirituality there that could almost be overwhelming.
Right. No, it was overwhelming at first, I'm not gonna lie. Um, but when I started working with DJ together on figuring out what we want this film to be and what we want the message to be, we really wanted to make sure we portray her in a way that the audience will be able to connect with on a deeply human level. So our main focus and our main work was figuring out who she was as a person, as a young woman navigating through those challenges, not just the divine ones, but also the very human ones that she had to face. And these are challenges that every young woman, I think, can relate to, not just women, but this was really, really important to us because I knew that this was the key to bringing her to life on screen, finding that balance between her divine role and her humanity.
Yeah, you do a great job of showing that on screen. And DJ, you've worked with some truly great actors in the past, but it doesn't get better than Anthony Hopkins. And he's so intense in this role. How is it seeing just how much he still has to offer, even in his 80s? He's incredible.
Well, yeah, he's 86 years old, and we were talking about this before. He comes to work, and when he gets on the set, he's a teenager. Like he
Right.
just when the camera, just seeing the camera and the it's where he belongs. Like it is
Yeah.
where he belongs, and he's just such a creative force. And Noah and I were talking about it. He is fearless. Like
Yeah.
one take could be this way, one take could be another way. He's just trying to play and find things and work. But it was such an honor for me to see because I have worked with great actors, so it's always interesting for me to say, how do I create an environment for him to succeed? What does he need from me? And really understanding that a lot of what he does is in preparation. And then when he does all his prep, he just comes in there and he just lets it fly. It was really beautiful, beautiful
It
to
really
watch.
was,
Yeah.
and inspiring.
Yes.
Yeah, how is it seeing him work, Noah?
Yeah, it was honestly, as a younger artist, it was truly amazing, very, very inspiring to watch him work. As DJ said before, he does a little something different each and every take. I don't know how he does it, but it was incredible to watch. And one take can be fantastic, the other one can be not as good, the other one can be questionable, and then at the end of the day, it turns out fantastic. And so he
Yeah.
truly is fearless, and this is something that I took away from him.
And it reminds me, there's a really powerful moment in the film when Noah, Mary, and Herod, Anthony Hopkins' character, see each other for the first time, and it's the only time in my career that I shot both angles at the same time. So we're pushing in slowly on Herod, and I was on B camera pushing in slowly on Noah. And for me, it was interesting because you have this young, upcoming, amazing actress, and you have this icon, and to see the moment that they both see each other and stare, and to shoot that simultaneously, not do one take and not do another, but to do it at the same time was really, for me, it was really enlightening as a director, and it was really fun to see sort of, I don't want to say the changing of the guard, but just to see, these generations work together in the same scene at two different frames.
Right.